One lap remaining. One to go for Eric Almirola. He has a 4-truck lead over Todd Bodine as they go into turn number 1.
Look at the big draft Todd Bodine gets on Almirola going into turn 1. Swings to the outside. You know, we had 6 Chevys up front when they started this thing. We got 3 Toyotas racing for the win.
Eric Almirola trying not to give anyone an advantage of the aerodynamic hole in the air, and it's Eric Almirola leading coming into turn 3, but here comes Todd Bodine making the charge on the high side. Down to the bottom goes Kyle Busch in the 18. Coming out of turn number 4. Can Almirola hold him off?
There you go.
Eric Almirola will win at Michigan.
Great job, buddy. Great job. Then the race is in its last lap. Looks like they're going to do that. White flag in the air. White flag at Daytona. Stenhouse in the mix in the 6 car. If those front two get side by side, that could open the door for Stenhouse in that 6. He's had a great run all night. Kyle Busch still bottled up back in traffic. He's 11th. Looks like Logano might be waiting until turn 4 here. He's getting a run right now. Stenhouse pushing. Here goes Keselowski.
Got a wreck in the 3. Keep digging. Keep coming.
There is a car in the wall behind them. Here they come to the checkered flag.
You got it, man.
And Earnhardt is going to drive a number 3 car to victory lane at Daytona again. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins.
This is going to be white flag right here.
White flag is out. Kevin Harvick, the race leader.
That 29 car is going to get wide here in a minute, because he's got to stop this momentum of this 9 car. Look at the 2 car up there on the outside. Coming. Look at Kurt Busch.
He's been involved in the last 3 cautions.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy right here.
Driver number 2 will not be denied. There goes Boyer around.
Backing up a little bit. Got the bin behind you. Come on. Keep coming.
As of now, we don't have a caution. We'll see if they let him race back to the line, and it appears they will.
And there's no caution because he's so far behind and there's nobody back there. I'm sorry.
Kevin Harvick, the race leader, off of turn number 4. Casey Kane and Jeff Gordon behind him. Will they make a move? They will not. Harvick wins at Daytona.
Setzer.
The white flag in the air. 1 lap of racing to go. Todd Bodine trying to make it 3 in a row from Daytona. Timothy Peters wants to win on a super speedway, running 2nd.
Still in line.
Timothy Peters it'd be ideal if he was a truck length or 2 behind him, Phil. He can't get a run stuffed right on his bumper. He'll just push Todd.
He needs some momentum. Down the backstretch. Jason White moves out of line. Timothy Peters moved out. Todd Bodine scrapes the wall. Timothy Peters goes to the bottom of the racetrack to take the lead.
Todd got hit, went high, but kept his foot in the gas. Katie Riley from the outside.
Jason's helping him on the outside.
Side by side, coming through 3 and 4. The tri-oval is all that is left. A little contact. Timothy Peters is wild coming up to the line. Timothy Peters is going to win at Daytona. They crashed behind him. Todd Bodine crossed the stripe in 2nd, got sideways, and now Johnny Benson is in him.
Wow.
What a side here. Biffle shuts the door on him.
1 lap remaining. 2 miles.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, that 18 is up underneath Greg Biffle at start-finish line.
It looks like it's going to be a shootout between these 2. Down into turn 2. Kyle on the low side. Biffle drifts up high. Here comes Busch. Right behind him, the 22 of Keselowski. He's trying to get in the mix.
Though. The 22 could have a shot here also. These guys side by side.
Joey Logano trying to get back. Here he goes, down low. Can he hold it? Through the turn 3 area, through 4. Look out, 4 cars going to be dicing for it, heading for the stripe. What a finish. Will it be Biffle? Will it be Busch? Going for the wire. It is going to be a spinning Logano, and the win goes to Busch.
What do you know, boys?
Holy cow, what a
What
finish.
do you know?
Woo! My goodness.
think like you said, that 14 and that 2, if they could possibly get hooked up here. And here comes Matt Kence's. Help is on the way, Smoke, if you just hang on to her.
And all Casey Kane and that 9 can do is just try to work him back and forth between him. I think the low place is where he needs to be, as long as they don't get the run on the high side.
Looking back from the leader, Casey Kane.
Here comes 14 on the outside.
And he's going to get a shot from Montoya. Watch him through 3 and 4 on the high side here.
That's all it took right there, just that extra little boost.
That 2 Chevys hooked up.
Here we come.
Slingshotted Tony Stewart right alongside Casey Kane.
Looks like the first race. The man on the inside won the first one. Let's see what happens here.
All right, who's going to make the Daytona 500?
I believe Stewart. Now Kane's fighting back. It's Kane, I believe.
Got it. Casey Kane. By about another inch.
To the white flag. Last lap at Montreal. Even if the caution comes out, the race will be over, the field will be frozen. Pappas looking to close in. If they tangle, the 32 will try and pounce.
Oh, locks the
that
wheels
little
up.
bobble bounce in.
No, it's close.
Oh, man, look at Villeneuve pushing hard.
Oh, inside for second. Villeneuve. Can he stay there? No. Pappas gets back by. Now Pappas has to try and chase Boris Said back down.
That's just what Boris Said needed. Let those guys race. Let him get out of Dodge. And he pulls about 10 car lengths on him.
Turn 8 and turn 9. There's Robbie Gordon's car as the driver walks away.
Boris has got a good turn 10, Andy.
Yeah, he did a good job getting down in there. I was wondering if he was going to be able to get in there without wheel hopping. That's the key right there. I believe he can hold him off through these next 2 corners.
Remember, it was the last corner of the last lap last year. One little mistake that cost Marcus Ambrose the win and allowed Carl Edwards to go by. Here's Pappas inside of Boris.
He got him.
Boris going to try the crossover.
Clear.
Pappas over the curves. Here comes Boris Said, drag racing to the finish line, side by side. Who's going to get here first? It is, I think, Boris Said. I think he got him by a bumper.
Unreal. Boris Said wins by a bumper. You're exactly right.
1 lap to go.
ECR engines at the front of the field working together and looking good.
The big question, both those guys, they have to be on fumes as far as fuel, the 1 and the 29.
I don't like that. There's a little bit nervous getting a big lead out here. You got to be careful. But with these guys 2 by 2 behind them, it might work.
Staying to the inside, the 2 leaders have no drafting help, but they are scooting away from the pack. 3 corners to go.
Now Harvick, he'll keep pushing him, and he'll get over here to the travel, try to make the slingshot on him.
As soon as he knows that he doesn't have to worry about that 3rd place car of Montoya, he probably will try to make a move, although I don't know if it'll do him any good or not.
Last chance through the trial.
Here he comes.
Here they come.
Harvick! It's Harvick!
He got him.
He timed it perfect.
He got him.
Mister, where did he come from? Wins counting.
Uh-oh, Mark Martin just...
Mark's in trouble. Mark's got problems. White flag.
That's all he needed to see, Larry. He's on the pole for the 500. Get out of town.
I think you're right. I think he felt like it might get a little crazy here on this last lap, and Mark's usually pretty right.
This is going to be a crowded house. Here comes Harvick, right up the back bumper of Jimmy Johnson.
And there goes Kyle Busch in the 18 car. Jumped to the high side. He gets blocked. He goes back to the bottom.
Jimmy Johnson doing what a whale of a job he's doing on those tires. Stayed out.
I think Boyer pushed Harvick right by him on the outside through 3 and 4.
Teammates. 2 Chevys helping each other.
Hey, have you ever seen this movie before?
Here comes Harvick.
Don't count Jimmy Johnson out.
Jimmy Johnson's fighting back.
It's going to be a drag.
Not over yet.
Check
Who
drag
is
race
it?
in the air.
Jimmy Johnson. Johnson got it.
I mean,
by inch.
6-1.
White's going to start dropping back now. Through the tri-oval, they will see the white flag.
1 lap of racing to go from
One
Talladega.
lap, bud. Just watch your mirrors.
Austin Dillon, he was on the outside. Does he get any help? No, they're going to hang him out.
He got rooted out too. When will Kyle Busch make his move on Almirola? How does he make his move?
Or will he make his move?
He will.
Almirola pushed him to the win a year ago.
They were teammates. They're not
Everybody
now.
still in line. Still in line.
He'll try
No
to
big
jump
run.
around that
No
51
big
truck.
run.
Down the back stretch, getting ready to come into turn number 3
He's
for the
still tight
final
with us.
turn here at
Still tight with
Talladega.
us.
We got a long way to go to the start-finish line.
Almirola in front of Kyle Busch. Back behind him, Sauter
Bring it to the checker. Bring it to the checker.
and the
Still
88
lined
of
up.
Matt Crafton.
Still
Are they going
lined
to
up.
make the move? Here comes Sauter looking to the inside. Almirola in front of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is going to move to the
Still lined
inside.
up. Keep
It's a
coming.
drag
Keep coming.
race. They're 3 wide at the stripe. It looked as though
In the
Kyle
middle there.
Busch
You
may
get
have
him.
outlasted
Outside.
Almirola. 2
You might have got him.
1,000.
Shoved around, Rick. He's all over the back of that truck. You know he's just driving the front tires. He wasn't driving the back ones. Look at Johnny Sauter diving to the outside.
Look at Kyle sideways.
Unbelievable.
Took
As
the
they cross-
checker out of control.
Yeah, look at this.
This is going to be a great angle.
As they come to the stripe,
Great shot, guys.
Busch goes down to the bottom, Sauter goes up to the top, and right at the stripe, it's amazing. Johnny Sauter is right at the door of the 51, and he finishes 3rd.
That's what 2,000ths of a second looks like.
I did.